A long apology, a request for lyrics, and a reminder to appreciate the day. When these beloved actors died, they left behind words of wisdom, appreciation, and love that their friends and family cherish to this day. Television icon Matthew Perry died on October 28, 2023, at the age of 54. A toxicology report from the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office said that Perry died from acute effects of ketamine after he was found unresponsive in a hot tub at his home. Perry was a welcome presence on any television throughout the 10-season run of Friends. He played the witty Chandler Bing from the first episode to the last, going from goofy bachelor to family man along the way.
This was your first home, and it was a happy place.
The cast continued to check in on each other well after handing in the keys to the iconic purple apartment, and that included gathering for Friends: The Reunion, which premiered in 2021. Jennifer Aniston, who played Rachel Green on the show, continued to keep in touch with her former cast members, including Matthew Perry. She told Variety, "I was literally texting with him that morning. Funny Matty. He was not in pain. He wasn't struggling. He was happy." She noted that he had quit smoking and was getting in shape around the time of his death. 5 days before his tragic accident, Perry posted a photo of himself relaxing in the hot tub to Instagram. It was his final post on the site. Leslie Jordan charmed his way into the hearts of TV viewers through his decades-long acting career that began in the 1980s. He became a household name, showing off his comedy skills as Karen Walker's arch-nemesis Beverly Leslie on Will and Grace, before stealing scenes as the fun-loving Phil on Call Me Kat. Jordan died on October 24, 2022. A report from the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office stated that Jordan died from natural causes following a car crash in Hollywood. The report noted that he had sudden cardiac dysfunction caused by cardiovascular disease. Jordan was known for making people smile. That included his friend and fellow actor Max Greenfield, who he was texting 2 days before his death. In an interview with E! News, Greenfield recalled hearing from Jordan after being notified that he couldn't get into Greenfield's book signing in Los Angeles. He recalled, "He tried to get in, but the event was sold out and they didn't let him in. And he texted me and he was like, 'I tried to get in. I saw that you were so famous they wouldn't let me in.' And he goes, 'But congratulations, I couldn't stay. I had to go anyway because I have important things to do.'" Renowned entertainer Bob Saget died on January 9, 2022, at the age of 65. His body was found in his hotel room in Orlando, Florida, where he was on tour at the time. The same day of his death, Saget posted a photo to Instagram of himself on stage. His eldest daughter, Aubrey, was texting with her dad hours before his death. She shared his last text message in her Instagram stories, which read, "Thank you, love you, showtime." Saget played Danny Tanner on Full House and its sequel series Fuller House. Candace Cameron Bure, who played Danny's daughter, DJ, told Today that the last text message she received from Saget came 2 weeks before his death. Unfortunately, that message was sent after an argument. Bure elaborated, "We were going to have dinner, and we got into a little tiff, and his flight was delayed. We ended up not having dinner. Thankfully, things didn't end on bad terms." Bure continued, "But in Bob fashion, the next day he wrote me like what would be pages long of a text. He said, 'Oh, now I feel even worse. I was so wrong. You're like my favorite person on the earth. I was getting ready to take a flight and I was annoyed.'" Fellow Full House co-star John Stamos also shared the last text he received from Saget during the Netflix special Dirty Daddy, the Bob Saget tribute.
I want to read my last text from Bob. It said, "I love you so much. I will say that God gave me the brother that I wanted, and I love you for it."
Olivia Newton-John sang and danced her way onto the big screen during the 70s and 80s, making a permanent impression on pop culture with her portrayal of Sandy in Grease, before stepping into a pair of roller skates for the musical fantasy Xanadu. Her music career continued to soar throughout the 1980s, with big hits including 1981's Physical. She worked to build her acting credits, making appearances on several TV shows and movies, including 2017's Sharknado 5 Global Swarming. Tragically, Newton-John died from breast cancer on August 8, 2022. A few days after Newton-John's death, talk show host Lisa Gibbons talked to People magazine, sharing the last message she received from the legendary entertainer she had been friends with since doing an interview with her for Entertainment Tonight during the 1980s. Gibbons admitted, "Her last text to me was, 'I'm grateful for all the love in my life. I'm such a lucky person.'" Gibbons continued, "There will never be another like her, a true angel on earth." Glee star Naya Rivera died in July 2020 at age 33. She went missing on July 8th while boating with her son on Lake Piru in California. Authorities spent several days searching for her, and her final text message was used by crews combing the lake to try and deduce her location. Us Weekly spoke with Robert Inglis of the Ventura County Sheriff's Office Search and Rescue Team, who explained, "There was a picture sent to a family member that showed the boy on the boat by a cove. We found where that cove was." On July 13th, the Ventura County Sheriff's Office revealed that Rivera's body had been found. Rivera sang her way into pop culture as Cheerio and Glee Club member Santana Lopez during all 6 seasons of the series Glee. Show creators Ryan Murphy, Ian Brennan, and Brad Falchuk shared a tribute to Rivera, which was published in The Hollywood Reporter soon after the news came out. In their words, "Naya wasn't a series regular when we cast her on Glee, but it didn't take more than an episode or 2 for us to realize that we had lucked into finding one of the most talented, special stars we ever would have the pleasure of working with. She was a joy to write for, a joy to direct, and a joy to be around." Black Panther star Chadwick Boseman died in August 2020, with his family releasing a statement confirming that he died of colon cancer after a 2016 diagnosis. Fellow actor Josh Gad paid tribute to his friend on social media, sharing one of the last text messages that Boseman sent him. It read in part, "Inhale and exhale in this moment, and thank God for the unique beauties and wonders of this day. And hey, if the air is this clear right now, and it does rain tomorrow, I might even put jars and bins out and catch the rain. Throw that in the water filter, and I have a water more alkaline than any bottled brand out there." Black Panther executive producer Nate Moore also shared his last text exchange with Boseman during an interview with People magazine. He recalled their conversation about the Make-A-Wish Foundation and how Boseman was able to send toys and a voice message from T'Challa to a young boy during the COVID-19 pandemic. According to Moore, Boseman wrote, "If we were able to ease their suffering and bring joy for a moment, then we made a difference in his life." Broadway star Nick Cordero died on July 5th, 2020, according to an Instagram post by his wife, Amanda Klutz. She wrote, "He was surrounded in love by family, singing and praying as he gently left this earth." According to NBC News, Cordero was taken to the emergency room to be treated for COVID-19 on March 30th, before an infection led to septic shock and 2 mini strokes. Upon the news of Cordero's death, his friend and fellow actor Zach Braff posted a tribute of his own on Instagram, including details of the last text he received from him. He admitted, "The last thing he ever texted me was to look out for his wife and 1-year-old son, Elvis. I promised the world that they will never want for anything." Cordero had a long list of Broadway credits. This included a few different roles in Rock of Ages in 2012, before he took on Cheech in the adaptation of the film Bullets Over Broadway. In April 2016, he appeared in the original run of Waitress, a musical based on the movie of the same name. Cordero played Jenna's estranged husband, Earl, until September 2016. He can also be spotted as Victor Lugo throughout Season 8 of Blue Bloods. David Bowie spent much of the 60s, 70s, and 80s growing a musical empire, releasing hit songs including Starman, Heroes, and Let's Dance, among many others. While he's best known for his decades of hit music, he also shared his acting talents throughout the years. He's best known to moviegoers as the Goblin King Jareth in 1986's Labyrinth, but he also took part in Martin Scorsese's The Last Temptation of Christ, Nicholas Roeg's The Man Who Fell to Earth, and David Lynch's Twin Peaks: Fire Walk with Me. Bowie died of cancer at the age of 69 on January 10, 2016, according to a statement on his official Facebook page. His former girlfriend Claudia Lanier reminisced about the music icon to the Daily Mail, explaining that they met in the early 1970s. She also shared one of the last text messages he sent her, which simply read, "Send me some lyrics, don't forget." Lanier noted that Bowie was always encouraging her to hone her musical talents after she left her singing career behind, due to a poor solo album release in 1973. As she described him, "Just a sweet guy, I still can't believe he's gone." Jackass star Ryan Dunn died on June 20th, 2011, following a fiery car crash that killed him and his longtime friend, Zachary Hartwell. The vehicle crashed into a tree after it exceeded speeds of more than 100 miles per hour. Dunn was under the influence at the time of the crash, according to a toxicology report, and NBC 10 Philadelphia reported that the crash happened 100 yards from Hartwell's home. Dunn was 34 years old, while Hartwell was 30. During an interview with E! News, Jackass co-star Bam Margera recalled that he had received a text message from Dunn shortly before the crash happened. It read, "Stopping for a beer. Be there when I can."
It's not right. It's not right.
Dunn worked with Majera on the CKY videos before becoming a part of Jackass on MTV, which lasted for 3 seasons and paved the way for several movies. Hartwell worked as a production assistant on Jackass No. 2. While Dunn's TV and movie stunts got some serious laughs, he also took on several acting roles over the years, including an appearance on Law & Order: Special Victims Unit. For 2 seasons, Angus Cloud stole scenes on the popular high school drama Euphoria as Fesco, a drug dealer trying to protect Zendaya's Rue Rennet from trouble. Tragically, however, Cloud died on July 31st, 2023, at the age of 25. A spokesperson for the Alameda County Coroner's Office told CNN, Angus Cloud died from a lethal combination of fentanyl, cocaine, methamphetamine, in what is ruled as an accidental overdose. Those who worked with Cloud were quick to share their memories of the actor, one of whom was Jessica Garza, who worked alongside him in the 2023 thriller Your Lucky Day. Garza told You interview that the last message she received from him was a holiday greeting, saying, I remember waking up on Christmas morning and I had a DM from him, and it was just like, Merry Christmas, player, and there was like a little picture, but it was like a little Christmas picture. You would get text messages here and there like, how are you doing? Thinking of you. Hope is good.